we are in the first part of your free fashion design course. As I told you before, you will work on your very first fashion collection just now. On my introduction page, there's a video called Find Inspiration. If you've not seen it before and reviewed, you must watch it on my website anyacamau.academy before going on with this first part. Any fashion collection starts with a reflection, then a specific research, and then building of a mood board. That is literally the picture of my mood. It's all about your personal point of view as a designer. Ask yourself the following questions. What is the season of my collection? Spring, summer, mid-season, capsule collection, which is a very small fashion release, or evening collection? What customer are you intending to create for? Teens, mid-age, sportswear, streetwear, etc. I strongly advise you to have this reflection, even if this collection is not intended for sale. Make it a habit to create for a public, not just for yourself, unless you only create for your own use, of course. What should be the average production cost of a garment in this collection? We'll see later on how to set this budget, but for your first collection, just decide if your garments will be affordable, mid-range price, or very expensive. Now, look around you and think about your message. Do you want to react to a current event or an issue, climate, pollution, poverty? Or do you want to illustrate your admiration for an artist, painter, sculptor, movie maker? Or are you inspired by fall clothing or by a specific fashion period? You can get inspiration from truly everything. The best is when it comes from topics very far away from fashion. Why don't you use elements that make you think of a monument or mechanic parts of your favorite sport, for example? André Courrèges has been inspired by the astronauts' suits as they were the heroes of that time, in the late 60s. Put together the maximum of elements that illustrate your questioning and build your mood board. To go further with this course, I'm going to show you my own reflection, my research and my mood board. I'm worrying, like everyone else, I guess, about climate change. Being in the south of France, I've just been living almost 3 months of crazy heat. My questions are, will this overwhelming heat come back every year? Or will it increase with years? Is the summer season finally going to last longer? Will there be a new season, like the Indian summer in Canada? At this stage of my search, I have no solution to this problem. Like everyone else, I do what I can to pollute less. But the idea of Indian summer really pleased me for a capsule collection to illustrate a summer season that goes deep in autumn time. I know that these warm colors are not currently fashionable, but I bet on a trend change for next year's. Don't forget that the designer creates about 18 months before he can see any garment of his collection sold to his clients. You shouldn't create using current trends. The idea of recycling and zero waste are also appealing to me, but I want to start with a simple idea to illustrate my first collection to this course. Then I did a little research and I gathered a lot of elements. After some sorting, here are the elements that I kept. A landscape picture in Canada, a forest during the Indian summer. I downloaded this picture on the internet, taking care to choose a royalty-free picture. Then I printed it. Another picture with more contrast, including slightly different color range. Here the very dark red replaces the deep green of the first picture. Then 3 stripes of my Pantone shade guide. I love working with it because there is an infinite number of shades. But unfortunately, this shade guide is very expensive. You can also find paint makers' shades in do-it-yourself stores, because many are distributed free of charge there. Just try. A strip of blue shades, which I would use in very tiny touches to recolor the deep blue of Canadian lakes or the sky on a sunny autumn afternoon. And then a gold necklace to illustrate that the gold color goes very well with this very warm shade. Now, here is my mood board. You can see that there is no picture of clothes. I think it's better to look for inspiration outside the fashion collection of other designers to avoid any copy, even if it's not made on purpose. I've not selected any fabric yet because the search of fabrics and materials is done once the inspiration has been found and the collection guideline has been defined. In my next video, we will see the fabrics and materials I choose to illustrate my guideline on the Indian summer. Do not forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel and register on my website anyacamau.academy. See you soon!